Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNN Live. I'm at the Hard Assets Conference in San Francisco. I have Jeb Handwerger, the editor of the GoldStockTrades.com. He's a speaker here, and he's also a rare earth think tank member, and we're going to find out all about what that means. Welcome to SNN Live.
Thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome. Now, let's get right into it. You're a rare earth guy, right?
Yes, I believe it's one of the most exciting sectors of this time right now.
Okay, now I want you to tell our audience just about why you think that way.
Well, investors should realize that most of these applications that we're using, the technology applications and smartphones and iPads, in hybrid engines, the newest and most innovative technologies require these rare earth elements, and most of this supply is coming from China. And over the past 30 years, an industry which was once ours was co-opted by the Chinese, and now we are at the mercy of having to try to either beg the Chinese for rare earths and go through the WTO, or we have to look to build our own supply, our own infrastructure, and our own industry in the United States, North America, and Europe, in the West.
Most people aren't even aware of the entire chart of what these rare earth elements are even used for.
Right.
You know, we're hearing about molybdenum and some of the new words that are coming out that, I don't want to mix them up with what their real names are. So, in an order of importance, what would you put on a scale of 1, to 10?
What I think is the biggest growth sector in the rare earths right now is the permanent magnet. The permanent magnets which are used in wind turbines, which is used in hybrid engines. Those permanent magnets require specific rare earths, specifically neodymium and dysprosium. These are the two elements out of the rare earths that are really in demand and are in a shortfall. So investors should look for companies that have neodymium, dysprosium, and the heavy rare earths, terbium. Dysprosium and terbium are both heavy rare earths, and those price declines. We've seen a price decline with the economy being the way it has been in 2011 with all the ups and downs. We've seen the rare earth prices fall back, but the dysprosium and the terbium have fallen at a much lesser degree than the light rare earths. So investors need to understand that the rare earths within themselves, they're specific rare earths that have their own supply-demand model.
Another question that I have is, in the mining industry, you have exploration, development, and production. Mm-hmm. Is it the same in rare earths?
It is, and we have in the West, outside of China, we have two major companies that are near-term producers. That's Lynas and Molycorp. But Lynas and Molycorp have light rare earths. So right now, there are no heavy rare earths that are anywhere near-term production. By 2015, the Chinese have stated this and have reiterated this on many occasions, that they will no longer be exporting heavy rare earths, that they themselves may be importing heavy rare earths.
Now, you're in a catbird seat, because obviously, if you're in the think tank, then you have done your research and your focus is on the rare earth elements. So here's my teaser, right? If someone comes to your website, they're going to be able to find out which companies are the heavy rare earth element companies. They'll be able to find out from your newsletter. So there's your teaser, my friend.
Right.
But let's give them a little bit of a tidbit. Tell me right now, if you were out there and you were looking at a company that was your recommendation for a heavy earth, rare earth element company, what would that company be?
Okay. Well, I'm specifically looking because what I'm concerned about is being a U.S. citizen, and being that this was once a U.S. industry, I would like to see the United States develop its own domestic supply of these critical rare earths, especially the heavy rare earths of dysprosium, terbium, that are used in that our national security is dependent upon. Right now, through my research, there's only one 43101 compliant heavy rare earth deposit on U.S. soil, and that's in Alaska, and that's a company called Ucore Rare Metals.
We know Ucore.
Yes.
Ucore has previously been on the front cover of the Microcap Review magazine, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, so that's one of the companies I follow very closely. I've been out to the project at Bocan. I was just at they've released metallurgy results out of their Hazen Labs in Denver, so I went to investigate the metallurgists and chemists in Denver. So I follow this company very closely, and I hope that the United States looks to fast track so that we're not at the mercy of our U.S. Department of Defense and our national securities. Our national security is dependent on foreign sources of heavy rare earths.
Well said. Jeb Handwerger, editor of Gold Stock Trades, right?
Gold Stock Trades.
GoldStockTrades.com. And he's a rare earth element think tank member, and he just gave you some good information. So go to that website to find out more information. Jeb, I want to thank you.
Thank you for
coming
having
on
me.
to SNN Live.
Thank you.
Pleasure.